Right, hello everybody. Today is a very special day. It's Monday the 14th of December 2020 and I'm not meant to be here right now because at this moment in time I'm meant to be over in Pucon in Chile to witness a rare celestial event, a total solar eclipse. However, with the current climate being the way it is at the moment, it's near enough impossible to travel out to Chile to see the event. And so I am delighted, in light of the current climate, that I'll be able to present this event to you live from Chile. And so I'll be teaming up with my fellow friend and astronomer Vicente Litvak, based in San Pedro de Atacama in Chile. And then, thanks to him, we'll be in contact with two other astronomers and astrophotographers, being Alexis Trigot, who is based in Teodoro Schmidt, and then Agustin Nazer Romano, who will be based in Pucon in Chile. So we're just hoping that if the weather holds out, we've got as many advantage points to be able to witness this celestial event. Currently, Chile is 3 hours behind us at the time of the particular locations, so we're hoping to create a live feed in the hour building up to the event. And now I'll begin the best of for this coverage of the total solar eclipse. Okay, so what is happening today? There is going to be a total solar eclipse, which will track from west to east coast of Chile and bordering Argentina. This is a particularly rare event because it is an alignment between the sun, the moon, and the Earth, the most dramatic celestial event of its kind, which is so shortly lived but is a completely mesmerizing event. And there's only particular points in the Earth's orbit whereby we can see the moon being eclipsed by the sun, and in doing so allows astronomers to only observe solar features like prominences, the chromosphere, the corona. So Chile, at its best along the path of totality, will witness a maximum of 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The last total solar eclipse I saw was in Nashville, Tennessee back in 2017, which is also known as the Great American Eclipse. And from there, some of the things we can expect to see today is the initial partial phases, that moment when the moon begins to touch the solar limb and we see the iconic bite being taken out of the solar disk. This will increase until about 10 minutes before totality, when the light will change. You'll see a strange sunset-like colour in the sky, and then nocturnal insects and creatures will come to life and you'll begin to hear them all around you. And then suddenly you'll see that final beam of light, which is Bailey's beads along the edge of the sun and the lunar disk, until you finally see the diamond ring, that final moment of light before it's eclipsed by the moon. Even better, you'll be able to see the stars of major constellations. They will appear because it's so dark. So, we've got a lot riding on today, and I'm hoping to show this to as many people as possible, and so hopefully we'll get that one glimpse of the total solar eclipse. So in the day leading up to the total solar eclipse, I teamed up with Agustin and Vicente to see where exactly Agustin would be observing the solar eclipse. Initially, he was trying to observe the eclipse from Villarrica in Pucon, which is near to a nearby volcano. However, the Chilean authorities prevented observers looking at the eclipse from this location due to concerns with the current pandemic, but also being near to an active volcano.
That's the lake. Over there, that's the Villarrica Lake.
Wow, look at it.
It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest down south of Chile.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
Welcome to Chile.
Oh wow, this is so cool. Point of view, look at it, wow. What a place, Agustin, wow, look at it.
Yes, this place is made by the gods themselves. The sun is
right above your head, look at that. Okay, and so now back to the coverage of the total solar eclipse. Right, hello Vicho.
Yo, Josh.
Okay, how are we getting on?
Fine, we're doing fine. Finally, today, I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's a big day and it's, all going on. I've just had a chat with Agustin and they look like they've got heavy rain predicted for Pucon.
I think it's the same situation in Teodoro Schmidt with Alexis.
Yeah, it is by the looks of things, so it's all a bit like, we've got people now joining from my local astronomy group, so say hello Vicho from San Pedro de Atacama.
Hello, my global friend from the driest desert in the world.
Hello everybody. So we're not too far off now. We're just getting everybody to join in the group team, so we're waiting on two of our astronomers. So one of them, Augustin's just joining the call now. Hello Augustin! Hello!
Hello everybody!
Yes, you're on! Brilliant! That's what we like is working. Oh gosh. Oh, bless you guys. Oh, look. So I think what would be really good as well, Augustin, just so that viewers are aware, and just explain whereabouts you are in local geography, like whereabouts are you based?
I am located in Pucon, which is one of the towns situated close by the Villarrica volcano. In the place that I'm located right now, the things that are going on here, it's not only about the total solar eclipse, is that also we have the most active volcano in South America, or one of the most volcanoes in South America, at least in Chile. I am standing on the Mapuches land. I don't know if the world has ever heard or known about the Mapuches, but they are a really, really important pre-Columbian culture here in South America. They have their own cosmovision, for example, and the ideas that they have around a total solar eclipse that is quite different as most of the people way of thinking about it.
And so in this book, Rodrigo and Daniel, which they work with me in Una Noche con las Estrellas, in the astronomical tour we did here in San Pedro, they talked about the eclipse they made this parallel between the local cosmovisions and the scientific part. Okay, so in the local cosmovision part, specifically the Mapuche vision of the eclipse, they call the eclipse Lan Antu, which in the Mapudungun language, it literally means the death of the sun. So Agustin, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that cosmovision?
Well, it makes sense to me. Leading there was like my first approach to get to know the Andean cultures in general. The Atacamanians were a really strong Andean culture, and that was my first learning about the Andean in general. I came here to the land of another very important Andean culture, which are the Mapuches. Their adoration for the sun was the most important thing for their cultures. So when the moon, the feminine figure and the masculine figure are two things that they are supposed to be separated. So for them, everything had to have its own place so the world can work as we know it. It's a very different way of understanding the world as we, the Occidental culture, understand it. So for them, literally, if the moon gets between the planet, eclipsing the sunlight, for them it's has a truly bad meaning for themselves, but for the world. But for them, for example, the pandemic of this year. So maybe with this eclipse right now, what could we expect for next year?
Now let's focus on the event itself.
Good idea.
Yeah. What are you thinking of, Josh?
Right, okay, so I think it's important just for everybody tuning in now. So hello, welcome to our coverage of the Total Solar Eclipse happening today on Monday, the 14th of December 2020. So on the panel today, we have Vicente Litvak, currently based in San Pedro de Atacama, in the Atacama Desert in Chile. So everybody say hello to Vicho. So basically what we were intending to do was to meet up this time last year to witness this eclipse. But unfortunately, because of the way the current climate is at the minute, all travel, even from where I'm based in the UK, has technically been impossible. And so in doing so, there is initially plans to try and cover the event in slightly different ways. And I'd also like to introduce to the board Agustin. So make sure to say hello. He's currently based as camera 1.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, this is brilliant. I think this is such a good way to connect because, you know, when I first heard, obviously with the lockdown and it being near enough impossible to try and see the event, it was a very mixed day. And so I think it's so amazing the fact that all of us together are able to witness it, with thanks to Agustin and fingers crossed Alexis as well, who's based in another location called Teodoro Schmidt, which is a town just west of Pucon in South America, within Chile itself. And they are also on this line of totality where we're expected to get 2 minutes, 10 seconds coverage. But if we go over to Agustin now, what is the weather like over there at the minute, Agustin?
Well, we are having some weather issues. I'm sure not as expected for everyone. For some people, might be like the nature way of saying, "Hey, I am not gonna let you watch this as you were expecting."
At this moment in time, I wouldn't be surprised. I think we're very close, actually, that the Earth's shadow is currently tracking over the Pacific Ocean. And so in doing so, at around 4 o'clock GMT, so for London, so for all UK viewers, this is the time when we're going to see the Earth shadow hit Chile. So this is the chance when Agustin and Alexis, if he tunes in, will get to see that really amazing opportunity, which is the diamond ring, Bailey's beads, and this massive chromosphere stretching off into space. So that's if we're lucky. But just going on here, so just to demonstrate the situation, if you guys can see my mouse on the screen, this is currently where Agustin's based. So it's near to Barrica, which is Pucon, the small village which we've been talking about so far in this podcast. And Teodoro Schmidt, which is just a bit further west, is where Alexis is based. So fingers crossed if he tunes in, this is where he's also based as well, in an attempt of capturing the eclipse. The eclipse shadow will travel further east until eventually it meets with the Chilean-Argentinian border, and then will track across to the east, and eventually will pan off that way until the eclipse is eventually passed over. So that's what we're looking like in terms of prospects for the eclipse. So fingers crossed.
Okay, so I have news from Teodoro Schmidt. I just ended a call with Alexis. He tells me the weather is not fine over there either. Actually, it's raining. So let's hope we have a little window. In a couple of minutes, maybe 15 minutes, he's going to enter the chat and share with us the views in Teodoro Schmidt. Okay.
That's brilliant. Okay, that's brilliant, Vicho. Thank you very much for that. So this is the situation at 1 o'clock for Chile, for Pucon and Teodoro Schmidt. And so as you can see, we've got a bit of overcast weather, but I've always been taught as a fellow astronomer, never give up to the last minute, because anything can happen. A break in the clouds, literally anything.
I think the important thing here is really the connections we can make between Chile, between you guys, and also build a strong community of like-minded people who loves astronomy, who loves the universe.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, guys, I think this is the most important thing about this eclipse, because look, okay, the weather prospect may or may not be on our side, but we have the best part of half an hour to find out. But as I found out this year, with what's happening in the world of astronomy, we have been presented with a very unusual situation, whereby suddenly we're disconnected from the world, and in particular myself as a young generation of astronomer has realised the cultural significance in looking up to the stars, especially this year, and making you realise how the night sky can connect you wherever that may be. But we can still see the same things, and that is what is so amazing, the fact that even if you look at the moon, if you look at the stars, we're all connected as long as you have that clear sky. We've only got to see what we've proven so far. We've currently got Vicente over in San Pedro de Atacama, the darkest place in the world, and if you guys get the chance, go there. It completely blew my mind away. And Agustin, look at his situation now. We're able to document live, regardless of the weather, the eclipse path of where we are due to see totality take place. Well, I certainly have made some amazing friends over the past couple of days. Agustin, Vicho, Alexis, and you know, it's been so lovely to draft this for the world pretty much to tune in and witness the event together and just give us that chance. Even if the skies turn dark for Agustin and Alexis, you know, we have been there. We've at least done our part to try and see it. We can say that was the eclipse of 2020. We were there to witness it together.
Well, it's 12:30, and we are getting there to the moment of the total darkness, and it's well, the thing that we are supposed to be watching, if the weather were not as bad as it is right now, it looks pretty cool.
Look, what's going to happen now is that it's going to get super duper dark for Agustin. Literally, give it a couple more minutes and it'll be maybe pitch black, but we'll wait and see.
Do you have any words from Alexis from the coast?
Unfortunately, Alexis was unable to join us for the live coverage of our event, having actually been asked to broadcast live coverage for a Chilean television broadcaster.
Just to explain, guys, we're not far off now from totality, so I'm already seeing on Agustin's computer screen that it is getting super dark compared to what it was a minute ago. But what I'll do, just to help with the context of the situation, is just go over to the live stream in Argentina to help in our situation, and this is the view which we've currently got. So a very beautiful partial phase we've currently got going on now, and really not far off. So in the next couple of minutes, bearing in mind that where Agustin's located, we're not far off from totality. Argentina still has to catch up with us, but look at the images coming in though. That is getting super close. It's getting really exciting. So yeah, hopefully we can wait and see. And we'll just go over onto Agustin's feed. So we wait in anticipation.
Sunglasses, and obviously these are not going to work because the clouds is keeping the sun and the moon away. So it doesn't work right now.
Weird. You wait for it. You wait. It will blow your mind. It will just suddenly change to night for such a small amount of time. We're there, witnessing it with you. So yeah, fingers crossed. If we see anything, even if it means it goes dark for you, you're not far off now. I know it doesn't look like it's going to get dark yet, but just wait. So what we'll do in the meantime then, just to help out, is we'll keep going back to that live feed just so we can get a state of play of what's going on here. So yeah, not far off, like I said, so we shouldn't be too far from totality. Those very crucial moments where we'll get to see the diamond ring. Okay, so I think it's helpful just to fill some air here with what's going on. So I think since starting the coverage for this event, it's very noticeable that the skies are getting darker. And I know I've talked about it already, but you know, just to witness it virtually with everybody, you know, like if it wasn't for the clouds, you can still see what's gonna happen. It's a very emotional, moving event. And just to reiterate to everybody watching, I was personally hoping to go out with these guys to witness the eclipse in person. So just to say what a privilege it is, and just to say thank you to Vicente and to Agustin for this privilege.
Thank you, Josh, for your motivation.
Color of the sky. Maybe you cannot see it through my computer, but I can say that it's quite reddish, like if it were the moonrise or the the sunrise or the sunset.
Yeah, look, see, yeah, we're not far off, guys. Cool, okay, so we should have a view of Agustin's situation now, so it's going to start getting really dark. Look at your screen, even the screen's lighting up your face. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so dark. So, Vicho, just so with the situation, do you know what time totality's beginning, second contact?
Should be 1 with 13 minutes, I think.
Within 13 minutes, is it? So we're talking about 1:15.
13 minutes.
13 minutes.
Really?
Okay, guys, right. That's brilliant.
12 minutes.
12 minutes, right.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Okay, guys, we're 12 minutes off now. So if you're just tuning in, thank you very much for watching the coverage of Eclipse 2020. To explain our state of play, so we've just had confirmation now that the eclipse is about 10 minutes off. So just going over to Agustin's camera now, it's starting to get dark. Look at the light on his face. It's getting dark out there, Agustin.
Yes, it's getting darker and it's raining even more.
Oh gosh, we're getting very close. Oh look. Very quickly, just so that we know what's going on. So, oh my goodness, this is getting tense. Right, here we go, guys. So this is the state of play for Argentina. Very quickly, this is what we're expecting. I'll just quickly change that now so we can stop the record and go straight back to Agustin. It's good. This is getting dark.
I'm watching the live stream event in this news channel, and they have cameras in Teodoro Schmidt and in Puerto Saavedra. Apparently it's cloudy in both parts, but people are gathering together and they seem really happy. They are emotional.
How dark it's getting!
Woo!
Look at it. Oh god, this is getting really intense. Wow. Oh my god, look at it. Oh guys, look. Wow. It's going mad. Very quickly. This is the situation with Agustin. I'll try and control this as quickly as I can, but look how dark it's getting for Agustin. Like I said, it's going to get super dark. And then very quickly on to Argentina. We're going to share that, the state of play there. We're moments off of totality.
And then totality.
Here we go, guys, the diamond ring, Bailey's beads. This is the view for you, Agustin, whilst you're watching. Here we go, Bailey's beads, diamond ring coming straight up. Oh, look at it. Oh, wow.
I don't have any words.
And here's totality. Just look. So this is live from Argentina. So this is the best view we've got, guys. So we've got Agustin, where it's getting pretty dark and it even looks like the eclipse might just beginning to emerge. But just to describe what we're seeing the outer atmosphere, we're seeing the chromosphere. Look at the interesting shapes that we're seeing. We've got 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Here's some more broadcasts. We've got a prominence at 2 o'clock. Look at this. Eclipse 2020. Oh, God. Who would believe? Oh my God. Look. Oh, this is so hard to control. This is, wow. Look at it. Eclipse 2020.
Have daylight again.
Yeah, I got everything on there, Agustin. It went so dark. And here's the footage so you can get to witness it as well, Agustin. Wow.
Again? It was incredible too.
Wow. Oh my God. How did it make you feel?
Made me feel very vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think that's the word. Made me feel very vulnerable.
Wow.
Very, I don't know.
You have to excuse me for Here we go. This is
Made me feel very small.
Third contact, guys. We're not far off. Here we go. Wow. And that's Bailey's Beach just beginning to emerge. Look at that.
I'd like to thank you, Josh, for this great opportunity, for Vicente, for me, and well, for everybody that are watching us. First of all, thank you very much for this opportunity. It was amazing.
Guys, it's so difficult because you're trying to balance between cameras, so forgive me if my control on the screen was a little bit jumpy, but it was just to help show what Agustin was dealing with here and the live feed itself. So we've just come through what's known as third contact, which is when the total eclipse ends, and this is the state of play. Look at it. Back to Agustin. All right then, Agustin, I think now is a really good time to discuss your situation and what you just felt. You have just experienced a total solar eclipse. How did that make you feel, my friend?
Well, hard to say. Well, I'm still kind of shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
Made me feel very vulnerable, very tiny, very, I don't know, like force of nature is way above us, and well, that's one of the things that I'm speechless, man. Sorry.
It's a weird event, and I knew what was coming for you, mate. It was, beautiful.
The thing is that the fact that it was cloudy and rainy, maybe it had to happen. Maybe that's the way that it was supposed to be, and it's okay. It's okay. You know, like I don't have any bad feelings about not getting able to watch it with a very good weather day. But it is what it is, and it's fine anyway.
It was truly amazing to see the people there and to see the corona.
Really beautiful, and even though, you know, we may not have been there in person, how you can probably tell that I get a bit too excited by solar eclipses. I wouldn't be surprised by now, but it was just, I don't know how to describe it, to be able to witness it with you. Like my friends over in Chile, my friends here at home in the United Kingdom, meeting all of you guys, like friends of Vicente and Agustin. Buenos tardes, hello, thank you so much. Like, muchas gracias. Brilliant. Honestly, that I think pulled the cat out of the bag.
How was it in San Pedro?
I was
Did you see something
nothing.
or?
Here it was like 10%. But anyways, it's amazing the times we're living. which allow us to see these events by streaming instantly. It's amazing. I'm watching the eclipse in Argentina, watching the eclipse here in Chile, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing to share with you also this event.
Are we ready for next year total solar eclipse in the Antarctica? Are we going there, Josh?
I'm there.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Well, I tell you what, I think we ought to make a deal with this one, and hopefully by the time the current climate is for next year, it may permit international travel as well. So I'd like to put my cards in and say, look, how about it?
Let's do it. Totally.
I'm totally in. There is Consuelo saying hi in Santiago of Chile. The temperature's low. Have a good day. And Consuelo comes again saying thanks.
Oh, bless her.
Very nice.
Oh, well,
Yes.
thank you for attending.
And there is Jackie saying thank you guys for sharing your expertise and enthusiasm. It's been great sharing the clips with you. And there is Ale Romano from Curicó saying hey.
Hey! Wow.
There's Steve Green saying thanks, Josh. Well organized.
Yeah.
Thank you all, guys. Thank you, Agustin, for showing us the weather.
Thank you.
There.
Good
I
day.
need to keep going. So, guys, thank you very much. See you in the next eclipse.
Josh.
It's away, and we are all
Oh, yeah.
at Antarctica next year.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Josh, I have to say thank you for your outstanding hosting.
I just want to say, Augustin, as well, just a personal thank you to you, because, you know, if it wasn't for your help a couple of days ago, this wouldn't be possible. And I think it has been such a valued contribution from yourself and from Vicente about the cultural and scientific understanding of this eclipse, and to say thank you very much for your collaboration and how this could well lead to further exciting opportunities in the near future. So I hope to see you not only just for the total eclipse in Antarctica 2021, but even potentially in San Pedro for stargazing night at some point in the future. Fingers crossed.
Or even in the UK. Whether if it's here or there, we'll see each other.
I'd really value that opportunity, I really would. So on that note, I'd like to thank everybody for participating, and I will now conclude the video call. So just to say thank you once again, and here's to clear skies. Ciao, ciao. Un abrazo. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Well, guys, what an experience. If I was to tell you that back in March, I didn't think I would get a chance to see this eclipse, and then to just experience it in the way which I've done with my friends out in Chile, it's such a moving, emotional experience, because for me this eclipse marks the end of a journey, and to think that this was in discussion about a year ago, and then to be collaborating and making friends with fellow astronomers around the world. And I think this video call has just demonstrated that, which is the night sky, whether that be through celestial events or the stars, connects us. So it doesn't matter how far away you are or where you are in the world, you can always connect through the stars. And how it's been such a amazing achievement. Okay, I take my hat off, it wasn't clear and it was raining, but to be able to see on Augustin's footage that it went immediately dark, you could see the dynamics of the eclipse in that instance taking place. But even on the live coverage of the event, being able to witness together, if it was cloudy, rainy or not, or thousands of miles away,
being able to see the diamond ring, the Bailey's beads, the chromosphere, the prominences, and we did it. So I'm just so happy that we could celebrate it together and create a visual record of the eclipse that was the 14th of December 2020. So on that note, I just want to say to everybody who's watched this, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my social media channels to follow my latest work. And even though the weather isn't clear right now, I'd like to wish you guys clear skies and all the best. Thank you for watching.